What if I told you women can sense your weakness before you even say a word? It's not about how you look, it's about how you carry yourself. Most men are blind to the signals they give off, but women pick up on them instantly. And here's the truth. Women don't reject men for failing. They reject them for how they handle failure. You don't need to say you're strong. She can feel it in your presence. If you're always trying to prove yourself, you've already lost. It's not your mistakes that show weakness, it's your response to them. Women respect men who don't need their approval to feel worthy. It's not your words that reveal your strength, it's your actions. Because strong men don't chase validation, they own their value. From the moment you walk into a room, women can sense your strength or your weakness without you even speaking a word. It's in your posture, your tone, and the way you carry yourself through life. This isn't just intuition. It's psychology. Evolution has wired women to seek strength, not physical dominance, but emotional resilience, leadership, and self-assurance. When these qualities are missing, it triggers a silent alarm in her subconscious. But weakness isn't about failure or making mistakes. Those are part of growth. True weakness lies in your inability to handle adversity, your obsession with validation, and your lack of emotional control. As Stoics, we understand that real strength comes from within, not from bravado, but from mastering our thoughts, reactions, and emotions. One of the most obvious signs of weakness is seeking constant validation. Women can instantly tell when your confidence depends on their approval. You fish for compliments, change your opinions to avoid conflict, or become desperate for responses to texts. This is what psychologists call an external locus of control. When your self-worth is dictated by outside opinions rather than your internal values. Epictetus taught, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it within yourselves." Instead of looking outward for approval, develop your own metrics for success. Did you live today according to your principles? Did you act with courage and honesty? If so, you need no applause. Women are naturally drawn to men who are self-assured, men who don't need constant reassurance because they know who they are. Another sign of weakness is avoiding conflict at all costs. Many men mistakenly believe that being agreeable makes them more attractive. But women see right through this, and they lose respect. In psychology, this is called submissive communication, suppressing your needs to keep the peace. You may find yourself agreeing with opinions you don't believe, apologizing excessively, or backing down immediately when challenged. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding yourself in the ranks of the insane." Being stoic doesn't mean avoiding conflict. It means engaging in it wisely and calmly when necessary. Practice assertive communication. Express your opinions clearly and respectfully without aggression. Women respect men who stand their ground with dignity. Emotional volatility is another glaring sign of weakness. A man ruled by his emotions is like a ship lost at sea. Women are deeply perceptive of emotional instability, whether it's outbursts of anger, jealousy, or insecurity. These reactions scream weakness because they reveal a lack of self-mastery. Emotional volatility often stems from poor coping mechanisms, reacting impulsively, driven by fear or ego. As Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Emotional mastery starts with understanding that feelings are not facts. They are temporary reactions to external events. Practice mindfulness and reflection. When anger or insecurity rises, pause, breathe. Observe the emotion without acting on it. Over time, this builds resilience and calm under pressure, which women find incredibly attractive. A man who remains composed in chaos signals strength far more powerful than any physical display. Talk is cheap, and women know it. Men who talk more than they act expose their weakness. You've heard the saying, "A lion doesn't have to tell you it's a lion." Yet too many men fall into the trap of boasting endlessly about their dreams and abilities without showing proof of their worth. This behavior is rooted in insecurity, a desperate attempt to seek validation through words rather than results. Psychologists call this impression management, the desire to control how others see you. But here's the irony. The more you talk, the less impressive you become. Women respect men who don't just make promises, but quietly deliver results. A man who constantly brags about future successes without taking action reveals a lack of discipline and follow-through. Another sign of weakness is refusing to take responsibility for your life. Blaming others for your problems might as well be wearing a neon sign that says,